Hello everyone. We are going to do some sacred hula movement, and we're going to be working with this particular wave-like motion with the hand and the wrist and the arm. So we are going to create this movement very much like an ocean. So I have my hands like this, not too flat where they're stiff like a board, right? We don't want our shoulders to be tight, our elbows to be tight like this. We want it to be kind of like a cup. You see I have this sort of cup, okay? And I keep my thumb in like this, and I just create this ripple-like motion with my hands and my wrist. So we are going to create that everywhere within our aura. So why are we doing this? Because it helps us to get into a feminine energy, a receptive energy, right? We know that our hands are very healing. We know that our hands are holders, right? Holders. So we are going to hold in our space this femininity, divinity, vibration. So we're going to do this movement with the chant a call. A call is deathless, that's its translation. Deathless, I am deathless. So it is a mantra for arriving souls as well as departing souls. So we're going to use our lovely hula hand motion as well as this mantra to really create a receptivity frequency. Okay, so we're going to kind of install it. We're installing the mantra and we're really solidifying it through the motion. So it should be meditative. It's a meditative movement to really connect you with your inner feminine, of receptivity, reciprocity, and higher levels of creativity. So see it like Tai Chi, Qigong, see it like Feng Shui, right? Hula, Hawaiian dance is very much like Tai Chi. So really connect with your aura, with your electromagnetic field of your heart, and really kind of go deep and to tap into your body, tap into your energy space, and you'll feel energy release, energy open. You'll feel energized, and you'll feel like kind of you're unknotting or massaging any tension that you're maybe harboring within your space. Okay, so we want to create our space bright and luminous and radiant, and we also want to kind of create this vibration of receptivity, right? To be magnetically attractive and expansive to experiences that are of prosperity, generosity, and higher wisdom or higher creativity. So first thing we're going to do is breath of fire. So even inhale, exhale through the nose, and we're going to do breath of fire to this particular mantra. It's a power. It's a power mantra. I have to find it. So this is very much, we're working on our femininity at this time. So I'm pumping my navel, right, and I'm stimulating my holder of the universe. See your navel as the holder of the universe and all the creative energy that the universe has within it. And you can press your tongue on the upper palate. It really stimulates the pituitary and pineal gland. So even inhale, exhale, find a rhythm so that you can imagine yourself able to do this forever. That's how effortless and fluid this breath of fire becomes. Inhale. Squeeze, rectum, sex organ, navel, belly button to spine. Tuck in the chin, press the tongue on the upper palate, roll the shoulders back, chest open. Sip up more air through the nose, squeeze from the toe all the way up to the crown of the head, squeeze. Sip up more air through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out of the mouth, open the jaw. Inhale, squeeze, as though you're levitating off the floor. That's how much you're squeezing. Exhale, open the jaw, create a noise. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, open the jaw. Okay, so now we're going to get right into it. So this is very much your own dance with yourself. So close your eyes. You can watch me for a minute or two to kind of see kind of how you can really open up. But really this is about you being in contact with your body, contact with your own healing hands, your own Reiki. We all have our own Reiki, so we are consciously dropping into our Reiki, our own Reiki, and we're using this wave-like motion in traditional Hawaiian dance to really open up our energy, right? So here we go. So let it kind of move through you, the receptivity, femininity. You can go slow, so again, you're in touch with your own receptivity. So just do whatever it is that feels exciting to you and that makes you feel very romantic with yourself. Really tap into that sensual sort of pleasure, that orgasm. Really feel and breathe too. Don't hold your breath. Breathe. You can sigh it out to let go any heat, excessive heat you're storing in your body. Heat of anger, of rage, sigh it out. Create a sound, kind of like an orgasm, as you let go of that heat, excess heat that's burning you down, burning your adrenal down, burning up your thyroid. So And when we have high levels of cortisone, our thyroid tends to get very hot, tends to really kind of go for the thyroid as well as the adrenals, as well as the liver gets very hot with the stress. So really put in this frequency, put it into your aura, into your arc line, put it into your frontal lobe, into your eyes, into your throat. Receive it. Again, become romantic with it. Romantic with your own body. Create this orgasm of receptivity. Do not fear your own sensuality, your self-expression, your artistry. Do whatever it is that makes you feel alive, emotionally solid and emotionally free. Put this Reiki into your body. You can even use the shoulders. Again, see your hands as the Reiki. See your breath as the chi, the prana. And see the wave-like motion as healing taking place within you. A lot of times we can get so tight, uptight, stubborn, resistant. We become so heavy that it's very hard for us to move emotionally, mentally, physically, psychologically. It's hard for us to move. Then we get caught. We get in a rut with whatever it is that we're doing, that we're feeling tight in. And then we lose our agility, our ability to be flexible, to be adaptable, to be creatively ahead of ourselves. To really think that you're massaging out the tightness, the stubbornness that has you very brittle, very heavy, and unmovable, set in your ways. We're not supposed to be set in our ways. We're supposed to walk into new ways so that new creativity can inspire us, invite us into a greater identity, more youthful and less depth. Be playful, be kindred, be childlike, be receptive. This is your time of safety, your time to connect with your haven, your home, your emotional well-being, your emotional body. This is a time for you to really get comfortable in your own skin, get comfortable in your own self-expression. It's your time to let go of shame, of doubt, of pain, of trauma, and to really go deep into that self-Reiki, deep into that energy of receptivity, femininity, as well as divinity, and see how much chi, vital radiance, loving chi you can place in your aura, and see how many energetic tightness you can release within your body, and your resistance to move, your stubbornness to move, your tightness to move. Let's see how agile, fluid, rhythmic, and how jazzy and soulful your movement can be. Go deep into the breath. Go deep into the wave-like motion, and really, really go deep in your body and feel your sexual energy, your sensuality. Feel that orgasm. Really create that orgasm within your body. Ah. 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 Now we're just going to sweep up like this, and then we're going to sweep down. What we're doing is we're clearing our space. Now we're going to open and close, open and close. And I'm going to rise up and down, rise up and down. Then we're going to hold our hands back. We're going to press our chest forward, so my chin is tucked in, so my head's not like this or like this. My head's tucked in, chin tucked in. I'm pressing my shoulder blades together. My hands are like kind of cups behind receptivity. And as though my heart is like an eagle that wants to fly out and rip out of my chest and fly. So hold that posture. So I'm leaning forward. I'm creating an angle. So I'm forward at this angle. And just close your eyes and just feel your heart like an eagle. Feel it opening. Press your shoulder blades together and feel that whole heart just crack open. And feel your Reiki hands behind you just healing your past. Healing your past. Healing the trauma of the past. So really put that Reiki in the back of your heart where you carry your memories, your heartache, your past emotional pain. Let your Reiki hands heal that back of your heart, any plaque you may have that's causing you to be emotionally tight and emotionally stubborn and emotionally set and kind of interrupt. And let your ego kind of fly out. Let this chest, let the nibbles, kind of the breast open. Let the breast open, let the nibbles kind of open, let that whole sort of thymus kind of open. Let the whole rib cage open. Sigh it out a couple times. Really tuck in that chin so the back of the neck is long. Make sure the collarbone is kind of up. So really feel that you're lifting your chest up and you're healing the back of your heart. Create sounds of a cry, of a sigh, of a scream, of a pout, of a rage. Just let it out. That heat that you're harboring in your heart, let it out of your mouth. So when you open up your mouth, you're also opening up your cervix if you're a woman. So if you're harboring any sexual frustration, any sexual kind of trauma, you can really heal and massage anything that's tight in your ovaries, your vagina, your cervix through the just opening up the jaw, because the jaw is connected to the pelvis and it's connected. The mouth, the O-shaped mouth is also connected to the vagina opening and the cervix opening. So if you feel like your sexual, your orgasm, right, is, it can't move. Orgasm is chi. It's energy. It's ecstatic chi. So when we get very tight in our ovaries, tight in our cervix, tight in our pelvis, that orgasm cannot move. So it can't go anywhere, right? So the orgasm is very shallow because our hips are shallow, right? They can't breathe. They can't breathe. Our ovaries can't breathe. Our cervix can't breathe. Open. That's like the orgasm when it fully can open and fully contract. Like that. That's that orgasm when it can fully and move everywhere around, not just like cat, just uh like that's kind of what our sex is. Like it just opens a little bit and then it kind of contracts. So you see how full that is? It goes all the way to the top of my head. It goes all the way below my feet. That's orgasm. But our pelvis needs to be breathing. Our ovaries need to be breathing. Our cervix needs to be breathing. And our whole entire body needs to be breathing as well. When we orgasm, we're breathing with our whole body, not just this area. It's the heart is breathing. You feel the heart opening when you're, breathing through your throat. You feel that throat opening. You even feel the top of your head opening, energy, right? Everything is swirling around. That's what we call ecstatic orgasm, but it all starts with the ability to open up the navel, open up the heart, open up the throat, open up the cervix, open up the top of the head. And how we do that is through receptivity, not through tightness, stubbornness, or rigidness. It's very, very soft. It's very gentle. It's like a massage. It's very loose. Very, very loose energy. So just continue to hold that posture just a little bit longer. And really squeeze. So sex organ, rectum, navel, belly button to spine. And then you can kind of let it go as you sigh it out, and then squeeze it in, and then kind of let it relax. So again, don't fear your expression, right? The deeper you express yourself in a very artistic, romantic, sensual, as well as sacred and divine way, the more orgasmic chi you're going to be able to ignite within your physical body, right? So the moment the shame, the doubt, the fear, it creates all this tightness, so we become like it becomes so tight and so like a resistance, like we're holding back. So let's not hold back anymore, right? Let's learn how we can be receptive to our own body, so that when we present ourselves out there in the world, we can present a more honest and authentic and realized version of ourselves, rather than I'm holding back, I don't trust myself, I fear myself, and therefore I make decisions that are not very assertive, they're not clear, and they don't have any impact. Right? So let's get to know ourselves right here in our own space, right? Sacred, private, safe place, so that when we present ourselves to the world, we can do it more in like a vibration of, I know myself. This is my self expression. This is how I move. This is how I open. This is how I close. So that in relationship with the world, we know how to hold the posture of our honest self rather than I don't trust myself. Therefore, I don't trust you. Right? Okay, inhale. Stick out the tongue. Breathe above the tongue a couple more times. Last time. Okay, bring the heart forward. You can kind of hold your womb, right, or your navel. Or you can even, if you're a man, you can kind of hold your testicles and put that Reiki, right, that a call into your testicles to kind of, help heal yourself, your man, your manhood. If you're a woman, you can really feel like you're grabbing your ovaries. So really feel like you can find your ovaries and that you can really hold them in the palm of your hand. Or your testicles if you're a dude. And just create a couple sighs and feel consciously that you're letting go of any tightness that you have in your ovaries or your testicles. Just let that call frequency go. So kind of create this sort of like jiggle, right? Sort of like you're jiggling your belly, right? Or you're jiggling your testicle, and really feel like you're putting a vibration, right? Kind of massage it, right? Create a little jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. And just feel like you're kind of clearing out any sort of tightness in your ovaries, in your vagina, even in your kidneys. Get in that kidney sort of area, in that liver area. Now kind of pound it gently, right? Go all the way around. Right? You can even go around the testicle if you're a man. Just go in the kind of liver, kidney, right? Get into that abdominal energy, because our abdominal can be very tight as women, especially as women. Right? So just a little pounding. Also, when you do this, it also helps to loosen up your pelvis. When you kind of loosen up your ovaries, kidneys, as well as the liver. When your sort of abdominal is loose or relaxed, your pelvis can relax more. Yes, yes, yes. So it's kind of like you're just pounding it, letting some things move around, create some vibration, let go. You can even use your knuckle. Kind of love and honor this area, this lower area that we neglect. Okay, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Okay, so there you go. That was 30 minutes of a receptivity dance with the hand. Again, you can do this even outside, standing outside in the grass. I do that. Where you can even do this sort of motion with your hips, right? You don't even have to use your hands, right? You can literally go outside, stand firm, bend your knees, and just literally create this wave-like motion in your hips. You get low, you get high, right? Where you feel like your hips are creating this wave, right? So we did like a seated sort of prayer, a seated sort of Reiki, but you can get down deep into the pelvis through standing. You can spread your legs wide. You can, have them feet length apart, right? And you can do that with your hips and just really, really get in touch with your self-expression, your artistry, your inner romance, your sensuality. Because, like I said, people who tend to know themselves or get to know their body, their sensuality, their emotions, how, their Reiki, their whole, they get to know themselves, they become intimate with themselves, usually are the people who tend to, when they relate to the world or they relate to others, they tend to know their boundaries, they tend to have more discernment, and they tend to express a more honest, like I said, a more refined version of themselves rather than, I don't know what I want, I don't know my boundaries, I don't know discernment, I don't even know my sexuality, I don't even know, like, how to be intimate, I'm just tight, I'm stubborn, I'm rigid, right? When we relate to the world, I'm tight, I'm rigid, I'm stubborn, in that sort of way, we never really come across in the way we need to be, right? It's, oh, nobody understands me, or I can never, like, I'm getting across, in a way that isn't necessarily appropriate or honest to who I really am, right? I'm misunderstood. Is because we're projecting a version of ourselves that is it's unrefined, right? And that means that we just need to get intimate. We need to go in our private space, get in our safe space, and really do these kinds of, self-Reiki, self-expression, body artistry, right? We're basically artistry with our physical body. But that really helps us to get in touch with our emotions, with our thoughts, right? With receptivity and our own inner femininity or divinity. And therefore, we can become more honest with how we feel, and therefore, we become more honest with what we want out there in the world. So we can project to our friends, our colleagues, our classmates, our coworkers, we can project more of a version of ourselves as like, this is honest, right? This is true to what I want. I am asserting this out into the world, right? I'm asserting this level of sexuality or sensuality or creativity, right? I'm projecting that my intimacy, right? My artistry, right? Not my fear or phobia. I'm projecting my artistry. But in order to project your artistry out into the world, you have to really get to know, right? Who am I? What do I stand for? What is my jazz? Like, what makes me soulful? What makes me, like, complete and satisfied just within my own sort of orgasm, right? My own sort of like orgasmic flow, right? What does that even mean, right? To be receptive, right? We want to be receptive to the world, but we're not even receptive to ourselves. So therefore, it's kind of what we call lost in translation. That's what happens to a lot of people. It's like we're lost in translation out there in the world because we want to be receptive in the world to opportunity, whatever that may be. But we're not even receptive to we're lost in translation with our own intuition, our own emotional body, our own mind, our own body, and therefore we're kind of like, okay, right? I don't know. I don't trust myself, right? Therefore, I don't really make an honest decision that's aligned with my heart or my boundaries or my discernment or my honesty, right? Because in order to align with that, you have to really go deep with that, and you have to massage that into you, and you have to develop it, right? Before we can develop that honest sort of trustworthiness out there in the world, we have to develop it with ourselves, because we can't trust the world. But at least we can develop a self-trust in ourselves so that we can kind of have a greater chance at being able to learn how to better navigate this planet Earth, right? How to better navigate relationship where we can really get what we want, or get what we need, right? Rather than getting lost in translation with everything that is called this big world, right? So thank you for